So this is going to be a very loud video. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get Lightroom running on a server. This is a dual Xeon 2.9 gigahertz and it has 256 gigabytes of RAM. So what I was trying to see if it could run Windows 10 and run Lightroom on RAM disk to see if performance would be any better than my old 6-core machine that I have here. First of all, it's incredibly loud. This thing makes a lot of noise, and right now I have it set up. Let me just bring up the drives. This is a RAM disk. This is using like 64 gigabytes of RAM just to store my catalog and all the previews. But of course, Lightroom does not like to run anything off a network, a catalog of a network, or a removable drive. So I had to create a symbolic link. So basically, there is, if you look at my secondary drive, there's a symbolic link. This on B drive is actually pointing to the RAM disk. The reason I do that is so Lightroom actually opens it, because it's very, very picky. I ran a quick test just to see how that RAM disk was running, which is this guy here, just to see what speed I was getting out of it. And you know, it's performing not that great. I mean, my main drive on my regular Windows 10 rig performs faster than this. It does, I think, over 1,000 megabytes per second. So this RAM disk, I don't know why it's running this low. It could also be because I'm actually creating some previews, so that's probably the reason why it's actually running a little slow right now. I think it was hitting 1,000 before, but so far I don't see any performance gains on this. Let me just you can see that the only thing I'd see that is Lightroom is running, it's using 26 gigabytes of RAM, which is the most I've ever seen this thing use. And this is the RAM disk here. You can see that it's right now, it looks like it's using like 40 gigabytes. It's kind of, it grows as it needs to. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop the previews. So now it's going to hopefully stop creating previews. Let's go check. Alright, so yeah, it looks like it stopped. It's using about 30 gigs worth of RAM, which is insane. I've never seen Lightroom use that much RAM. But I'm just gonna check to see. I mean, performance-wise, it's still slow. As you can see, it loads to preview and then it kind of adjusts. These are not edited, so excuse the really horrible color and saturation, white balance off on those two. But yeah, it looks like using a server with Windows 10 is not going to be any faster than using my regular 6-core machine. And it's insanely annoying too, because I mean, it's pretty quick, but again, this is only a 1080p monitor, so it's, you know, it doesn't have to display. This is kind of a little wider, so it's 4K wide, so it's a little slower. So I guess it's a no-no. I will be turning this server down and ending my little test here, because it's just not worth it. The noise alone it's deafening. It feels like I have a jet engine in my room. Let's see if I could shut this guy off. The cool thing about this thing is the amount. I mean, the only reason I have this thing running here is because of the amount of RAM that it has. Because it is running on a server, I have a ton of RAM. That's whatever, 256 gigs of RAM right there. And I was running it off a little GPU that I had laying around. But this thing is insanely loud. It should be powering down now. You'll see how quiet it becomes. And it's still spinning. I tried disabling some of these fans, but the server won't even boot. It needs them for redundancy, I guess. But look how cool that is. 2 CPUs and a boatload of RAM. Boatload of RAM. I'm only using one of the power supplies. There's 2 in here. Okay, any day now. Gee. I think it might be saving the RAM disk down to a hard drive, which is why this thing's taking so long to power down. That's probably what it's doing. Alright, so I'm just gonna end this. No sense just keeping this thing running. Alright.